Good morning, friends. Let me tell y'all something about my thoughts on this situation about my kids. I'm gonna tell you about my two kids. I've got two sons. They was both raised almost identically, but they were two different people. And I'm telling y'all this, maybe y'all can take some of my experiences and maybe figure out something about something you're going through. And maybe you've got a son dating a girl, and maybe you need to do something that I didn't do. But Cody is my oldest one, Dustin's my youngest one. And Cody likes, socializing, if you want to say it. He was not a problem as far as, doing anything wrong. Dustin likes people, but Dustin is an ace, spelled A-double-S, if you want to know what I mean. Now, that doesn't mean that he's hard to deal with until he just is hard to deal with. Now, he gets this from his mama. He don't get this from me. I am congenial all the way through. You know what I mean? I'm loved everywhere I go, kind of like Cody. I'm loved everywhere I go. But Dustin, everybody likes Dustin, but he's an ace, spelled A-double-S. So, and part of the problem that I'm having with myself about this situation with me and Cody is that I really feel like I ought to ran his wife off when they was dating. Now, should I have ran her off, or should I just got on her tail real hard when they was here at the house? Of course, he was out of the house by then. He'd done bought him a house. And he was out of the house. And he had already dated one other girl. And that ended, and I'm glad for that. And these are my opinions. This may not be Cody's or anybody else's. But Cody will sit there on the chair sometimes, and he'll kind of go to bouncing his knee. They call it fidgeting. And I guess his mama does that too. I've never noticed my wife fidgeting, but she said that she fidgets, okay? Well, this thing that my son married before they was married, she'd sit here at the house and that knee would start to bounce, and she'd say, "Stop that." Well, she said it one time around me, and I had to bite my tongue. They were just dating. I'm thinking, who is she to tell him to quit doing that? I hadn't even noticed it, But I didn't say nothing. Well, that was that narcissistic tendency coming out in her, see? And I guess I should have showed my tail then and showed her what I thought about her. And then, because what it is, my son should have stood up for himself. But Cody, he'll stand up to me and tell me what he thinks about me, and he'll do his mama this way. But he lets people sort of push him around out here. And now he'll get enough, but some of this stuff you just have to deal with as it happens. You can't just put a boundary up. That's the term he used. We got to have our boundaries. Well, no, there wasn't nothing to have a boundary against, because me and your mom wasn't doing nothing wrong. You even said it. But I'm sitting there thinking, of all the crap that you let people do to you, now you're going to try to have a boundary? When actually this term about boundaries is just something for these little effeminate men that can't handle their business. Use. It's something new that you used to not hear nothing about. And I've looked into it. Why I do it, I don't know. It's a psychological term, because these people are weak. But really, a man just kind of carries this boundary with him everywhere he goes. He handles business as he goes. Because you can't tell somebody, I got to have my boundaries. if they're not a person that already respects you in some regard. You know what I mean? And really who he ought to have his boundary up is against this narcissist he's married to. So I should have handled some business a little different maybe when they was dating. But really, Cody's got to stand up for himself. And this thing he married, I feel like I know this because I know she said one time when they was dating about him being better than the friends that my son hung out with, which was his brother was involved in it too. I'm telling you, this thing he married is a narcissist. And Cody should have said, hey, hang on a minute, those are my friends, and that's my brother. But he didn't do it. He went along with this thing. And for Cody to come out against me and his mama in regards like he has, then he don't think much of himself. See? Because he is a conglomerate, if you want to say that. He is an outcropping of me and his mama and his grandparents. And if he don't respect me and his mama and his family, both sides of his family, then he don't respect himself. And that's where this narcissist comes in at. She done showed what she is. And I should have straightened her out when they was dating. Was what I should have done. But I didn't. Then they go off up there and have a party and when they get married in a barn. And they have dancing and drinking. And her mom and daddy, I'm sure, paid for some of this. And we went, I didn't like it. I think you're supposed to get married in a church. Not in a barn. Drinking and dancing. I don't think so. But we're different. But here we are. Here we are. See? I should have straightened this stuff out before. I'm not telling you can't get married in a barn and you can't dance and drink. But you got to know, if your son's dating something like that, she's not going to think high of you when you don't live that lifestyle. You know what I mean? She's of the world. And the world right now is completely narcissistic. I don't like her. I ain't never going to like her. I said in my prayers this morning, I told the Lord that I'll apologize where I need to apologize. I don't know where to apologize. Because this thing ain't going to disrespect me and my wife. And I know she's disrespecting my son. And he won't put the law down on her. Well, she's not going to like the baby. There's going to be a part of that baby that she's not going to like because my family is going to come out in that baby. And she's going to mistreat that baby because that's a narcissist over there. Don't let a narcissist marry into your family without you putting up a fight, folks. Don't do it. Don't do it.